Hey, he's going. Bit of a boring one this time. This video is just going to be cleaning up the engine bay and dropping the 383, or pulling the 383 out and dropping the 383 in the parts car. Giving the 383 a bit of a Dulux rebuild and just mucking around with the engine bay basically. So, bit of a boring one, but that's what we got. All right. All right, cool. So this is taking a bonnet off by yourself. By Timo. That's how you take a bonnet off on your own. Righto, so here's the 383. It's it was a bit dark in here, I probably should put the lights on. So yeah, 383 in the parts car. And here's the reason, I can't see it. Here's the reason you can't use a Hemi 6 K-frame with one of these. That engine mount for the Hemi 6 doesn't allow the engine to come down square, and it doesn't allow the engine to come down center. So, I don't know if you can see this. No, you can't tell. But anyway, the engine bracket or the engine mount on that side doesn't allow the engine to come in center, so you can't use a Hemi 6 K-frame. I'm going to get a Slant 6 one and just whatever mounts. But yeah, 383's got to come out. Clean up, paint the engine bay. These welds, I don't know what I was thinking. I repaired this car 15 years ago and then it just sat in a paddock. So, I don't know. It's shoddy work on my part. See the weld on the rail there. And the plug welds around. Yeah, anyway. So I'll pull this engine out and pull the guards off and muck around with this car for a bit. So here I am, moved a few things around, pulled the engine, got some of the panels off. One of the first things I've got to do is remove the VIN, because the, you can see here, the inner guards came out of a different car. So I've got to drill out the VIN, weld up the holes and stamp on the correct VIN for the original, the original car. And clean up some of these really ugly welds. This is not my proudest work, but I did this repair 15 years ago. And yeah, I left a little to be desired. crashed the car, and you can see the rail here. And then repaired it. You can see that was off of a blue 770 that me and Laxi used to own. And yeah, so yeah. That guard's got to come off, and then I'll paint the engine bay. I mean, I've got to clean up these welds and make it a bit more, yeah, a bit tidier. You can see this crease here, the rust mark. Where is it? The rust mark here, that's how much the car flexed when I crashed it. I mean, this here is that the clutch linkage rod twisted that much as the engine yeah, got smashed into by somebody's tow bar. Yeah, but I don't know, just fix this engine bay and then Dulux rebuild on the engine and drop it back in. A little bit of progress with the welding. Looks ugly as hell, but that's because I got gasless wire. And here I am with yeah, a bit more work there. Just starting to clean up around the firewall. Got an old rego sticker. I'm going to restamp the VIN. Bit of hardwood. And there we are. Slightly off with the last digit, but the VIN is stamped back on it, so that's good. Happy days. Progress. Looks a lot better than it was. Looks a lot better than it did. Had to panel beat a bit of this shit. Still doesn't look great, but you know. More grinding. Bit of paint and filler. Might actually start to clean up a bit, but this, you know, little by little, step by step. A bit of filler gone in. I'm starting to clean the engine bay out. You know, I got the K-frame out. Filler over the welds. I'm still, yeah, cleaning up the firewall now. Yeah, I'm going to go right underneath with it. But rattle can rebuild is complete. Nice and shiny. Just got the heater going. It's a cold day, you can hear the rain. Nice shiny white paint right down into the trans tunnel. This is great. That's cool. I'm going to do the white right down underneath the whole car. Probably not perfect, but you know, whatever. Pretty shiny for spray can. So yeah, start putting it back together. So I did a rail repair. Yeah. Pretty happy with it. These things are always a little rusty in the rail. This is a pretty good one, in all honesty. Country cars, they don't get parked so much. Low speed steering on pavement, I'll always crack these rails up. But I don't know, I probably could have done another coat in the engine bay. Some streaks. It's a bit streaky, but generally pretty good for a rattle can rebuild. It's yeah, it's coming along. Looks pretty good. It's going to be white right under the car, so yeah, pretty happy.